Good morning, millennials, and welcome back to the Toast. Happy Tuesday. No.
Wednesday.
What day is it? Oh my God.
That's what happens when you come
So
on
true.
a Tuesday. We give ourselves a false short week.
We're going up
The illusion of a short week.
on a Tuesday.
And it's an extra special week because it's content week here at the Toast. Content week is kind of like Toasty Shark Week.
Okay, so obviously you and I have been churning out content left, right, and center. Like we've gone viral 4 times yesterday, and you guys don't even know the stuff like we filmed that we haven't even shown you yet. Like I'm so excited. So we're living in a content house.
Yeah.
What is the name of our content house?
I think ToastHouse.
Okay.
Especially with all the bread. It's ToastHouse.
Yeah, it's so true.
There's a lot of bread.
So just a quick update from yesterday. We had an amazing day. We killed it on our health journeys.
We did.
We were so active. We got so much work done. We filled, this place with so much love. No, it's literally 0 complaints.
Full day. I don't think that we even went our separate ways until like 10 o'clock. And we weren't even watching TV or anything. Like we had
Spending meaningful time.
We had a late dinner, which is such an adult thing to do, is to like cook dinner after the kids go to bed. I don't usually do it. Sometimes I'll eat after they go to bed, but I'm just like Taylor Farms or Miracle Noodle.
I want to say I didn't like it, like eating at 8:30.
Yeah, me neither. And then that
Cleaning.
cut into pickleball time, and we never got to play pickleball.
Yeah, I'm going to eat with the kids. But the kids, I think we need to meet somewhere in the middle. The kids eating at 5:30 and us eating at 9. Like, why don't we all just eat at 7?
Well, these days, the kids eat earlier so that they can go back outside because it's cooler at that time. So that's why they eat so early. They don't usually eat so early, but they're inside until dinner, and then they can go outside because it's nice and shady.
What did we even do yesterday?
Well, I did Redheads. New
Right.
episode drops tomorrow. Get excited. We went a little grocery shopping.
Right. Oh, did anyone win the Powerball last night? Jackie and I went to the grocery store, and we didn't have any cash, and I was feeling really upset because I felt like it was like a moment. Like when you feel something special, like with the lottery in particular. And I was like, I'm with my swirly. It's Tuesday. The numbers come out Tuesday and Friday. I have a good feeling.
But we didn't have our wallets on us, which I felt like was a sign. I always have my wallet on me, like we could go and get cash. And I feel like because the one time I didn't meant that like it was not for us.
And I know that it's the law that you have to buy lottery tickets with cash, and I actually don't understand it.
Well, what if you buy them on credit, you don't pay off your bill, and then you win? Does the bank own it?
Oh, that's why. Thanks. Okay.
That just seems
No.
logical to me.
That's
I guess
the
you could
answer.
pay off your bill when you win, but then they're like, hey, that was our money. Whose money is it when you use a credit card?
No, by the way, thank you. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool.
Because, we're Apple Pay girls. I'm like, can I buy some lotto tickets with Apple Pay? No. Now, I don't think anybody won last night, right? Because we would have heard about it. And don't they usually say when a winning ticket is sold? Before even the numbers get announced? It's the Mega Millions. It's at 500 mil or something. Every time I come down here, the Mega Millions is hitting a new.
I do not know. We could go back, but I was also saying, because you were saying that's crazy to think that that's not meant for us. What's meant for you won't pass you by. But the lottery curse is real.
Jackie, we're too smart to fall into that trope. Seriously, we would do such good things with our lottery. And we always end up talking about the lottery when I'm in Florida because I'm sorry, winning tickets only get sold in Florida or California.
Thing.
Yeah. Because, California is obviously the elk of dreamers. Floridians are the elk of lotto winners. That's just what it is. I don't make the rules. And I feel like if there's ever a chance of me winning the lottery, it's when I'm staying down here.
Okay.
But, with family like mine, I've already won the lottery.
Turtle Squirtle. That's so sweet.
That is so sweet.
That is so sweet. So yeah, we had a big full day yesterday. I made another loaf of sourdough. It rose. So that's 2 correct loaves. I haven't cut into it yet. We'll find out today if it proofed correctly.
Yeah, it rose.
It rose, because Turdy's here. She's just kind of like my lucky charm.
Totally.
And
it looks good. I'm ready to eat it.
It does look good.
I know what I'm having for lunch.
What?
Sourdough with butter and salt.
Yeah, you love that. I've been dreaming of sourdough with just some scrambled eggs.
Okay.
I'm a simple girl.
So
However,
simple.
the eggs, they're not from my farm, so.
That's the next stop on Jackie's journey.
So you can't have chickens in my county.
Oh.
And I have to move on from that dream. Not that
because your county is not the elk of dreamers.
My county is not the elk of chickens. And I actually, as much as I'm going down this path, I'm not, I support
You're still
animals.
you.
I love Brew. I love Romeo. Animals scare me a little bit.
Oh my God.
Just a wee
Magnolia?
bit. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of the ones that are here and now.
Sure.
Theo.
Thankfully, Margaret doesn't listen to this show.
Thankfully. I love Magnolia. And Bruno loves her. But I obviously have beef with her because he's kind of spent all his money on trips to the Maldives for her. Mm-hmm. And I feel like she's a big reason for his financial ruin.
Are you taller than me?
Why do you say that?
Because my feet don't hit the floor in this chair and you're like fully set.
I'm sitting up more than you. Sit up.
No, this is the most up.
No. Like move your like your back up a little bit. That would bring you closer to the floor. No,
it brings me further away.
Sometimes I don't hit the floor, and sometimes I do.
Interesting.
It's just because of the way we're sitting.
Okay.
We're like really the same height of nothingness.
Yeah, and like at this rate, like I feel like people are competitive. Like who's taller, who's shorter? Like do I want to be taller or shorter than you? Like I literally don't even know.
At this point, we're so short. It's like an achievement. I kind of want to be the shorter one.
I have to say,
not the one who's more like other people.
I don't think that this is like a hot take, and I think we've said this before. Like I love being short. Like whenever people meet me and they remark on how small I am, I'm like, yeah, I'm just so small.
Yeah.
Like I love it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a hot take. I think like.
No, I think everybody, I mean, I guess some people don't like their height, but I think most people do because it's actually something you can change about yourself. So I hope that you like it.
Like you better embrace it.
Yeah. Even if you're an extreme, but like Dana's an extreme short person.
But how does she feel about her height?
Loves. It's who she is.
Yeah, no, I mean, but I feel like being really, really short. And I'm talking about like not, like dwarfism. I'm talking about just like you're still just like short, Yeah. But like Dana's super, super short. I think like most people as a girl would prefer that over like being super, super, super tall.
But like the 4'8", what's the average height for a woman?
I feel like 5'4".
No, I think like 5'6".
Really?
Average
I feel like Margot, our sister, is average height.
For woman. Look, let's do a little math.
In America, by the way, I feel like it's probably different thanks to big food.
Oh my God, you're right. Is 5.35. So
wow.
So let's call it 5'4".
We're literally average.
So let's call it 5'4".
Okay.
That would mean the Dana equivalent on the tall side, an extra 8 inches, is 5'12". 6 foot.
5'12"? Are you okay?
6 foot. 6 foot.
Oh my God, I'm so glad we got that on camera because that's something I would say. 5'12".
You know what else I do sometimes? Like if I see the number like 605, like we got to get on the 605. What I say that's a highway.
You mean a time or like 605?
605.
Okay.
I read it as 65.
That's weird.
Yeah, and then I realized that that's actually misleading because that thinks of 65.
Yeah, because that's also a different number.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't relate to that. Maybe you have like a form of dyslexia. Oh my God.
Why can't I just like be a dumb bitch? Why do I have to have like a thing and take away from people who actually have diagnoses?
I am so glad that I just remembered that I just said the word dyslexic because it reminded me of something I've been dying to talk about on this show. Hacks.
Okay.
Now, I have watched all but one episode, and honestly, the most recent episode I watched left me never wanting to watch this show again, which is shocking. I have long-standing been like the number one advocate of this show. I think it's the best show on the planet. And this season, they are very much leaning. Have I said this on the show yet? I feel like I'm having deja vu.
I'll let you know.
They're really leaning into the fact that the show is about Joan Rivers. Like the entire season. And I think a lot of people have speculated for a long time that Deborah is loosely based off of Joan. But this season is so Joan. It's all about the nighttime talk show hosting gig she lost in the early 80s or whatever. That literally happened to Joan. And this season, like the Jimmy Fallon equivalent is stepping down and they're casting the new one. And Deborah goes on this like PR journey, like saying, I want this role. I could be amazing, whatever. And there's like a lot of momentum, like Gen Z starting to like love Deborah, and she's going to give a talk on a college campus. And as she's like arriving on campus, this like video's going viral. It's like a super cut of all the offensive things she said over the years, jokes about every community you can think of. And in the beginning, Deborah's like, fuck these kids, like eat my ass. And, Ava comes in being like, you really should think about your impact and accountability. And like, I'm waiting for Deborah to like laugh in her face. But seriously, like the kids start like doing a walkout, they're boycotting, and they hold a town hall to talk about like their feelings about Deborah's jokes. And Deborah decides like she really thinks about it, and Ava's monologue has a real impact on her. And she goes to the town hall and she just sits there while all these kids get up and tell her what's wrong with the jokes that she made. And this one girl like actually stands up and is like, Deborah, I'd like to talk about your ableist jokes. And Deborah's like, what's ableist? She's like, well, you said that dyslexia or how you call it, listexia, literally hilarious joke and like really smart. And that, do you know how hard it was to grow up with dyslexia? And Deborah just sits there and then like apologizes and then gets written up in like, Variety. Like she's amazing. She's Gen Z. She's learning and listening. Jackie, it was so offensive to Joan Rivers' legacy. Like Joan Rivers would never attend a town hall. If she attended it, she would only show up to spit in the faces of the students. Like, Jackie, I don't know if like, it felt so off-brand for Deborah. I don't know if in the final episode of the season, which I haven't watched yet because I can't bring myself to do it. Me and Ben looked at each other, we're like, what? Deborah would never. I don't know if like in the last episode they undo it because it literally, Jackie, it makes no sense.
That's really crazy.
She goes to a town hall.
Well, I can understand her going just to eat them alive.
That's what I thought she was going to do. Like
to
read
apologize.
them to Phil. No, she didn't even apologize. She sat and she listened and she learned.
Yikes.
Yeah. Jackie, I was shocked. I was in tears. I'm so glad we were able to just talk about that. Did anybody else feel like that was so off-brand? And I guess like it seems like the show is turning into like Ava, this like distressed millennial who's like, you know, offended about everything. And Deborah, like these two polar opposites are going to like meet in the middle, and Ava's going to change Deborah and Deborah's going to change Ava. But Deborah hasn't changed Ava. Ava has only changed Deborah for the worse.
No, and I also think when people reach a certain age, like they are who they are.
Yep.
Deborah's fabulous. Ava's the one who stinks.
1,000%.
You know, Deborah, the job with Deborah is the only thing that she's got.
No, I was so
I think Ava needs
confused.
to evaluate her life and her choices because things haven't worked out for her, like not Deborah.
No, I agree. Jackie, it was really upsetting.
That's upsetting.
Now, maybe the last episode like puts things back in its place, but
It's
I don't
like
know.
opposite day.
Yeah, they made like, they like took a left turn. I was shocked.
Interesting.
Oh my God, I'm so glad we brought that up.
Yeah.
So that's something I've been wanting to talk about. Also, we've got stories today. We also have Dear Toasters. And there's a Dear Toasters that's so us. It's about an Aura ring. Aura ring drama.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, they could never make me hate my Aura ring. The way Turdy and I are like, what's our activity score today? How did you sleep last night?
I can't believe I lived so long. And I was actually thinking about this yesterday, just reflecting on a time where like you would come on the show talking about your Aura ring, and seriously, like I couldn't have given a flying fuck about anything less. And how silly I was, how wrong I was, how sorry I am.
Well, that brings up something from yesterday because you read a new book yesterday.
So I've been reading all these children's books because, you know, the kids, nobody reads a book like me. I really should go on that radio show like Ludacris. I've got such timing. And I read a couple of books. The first I read was If You Take a Mouse to School.
Yeah. Sequel to If You Give a Mouse a Cookie.
Oh, okay. I haven't read the first, and I don't know if it's the type of thing you need to see the original. If You Take a Mouse to School is such a bad book that sends such a bad message about like codependency. I really didn't like it, and no rhymes. Like I just felt every page fell flat.
It's so clunky to read.
Clunky, yes.
Yeah.
So then I was delighted when somebody brought me Green Eggs and Ham, because I know Green Eggs and Ham. Now I didn't remember, you know, the actual story and plot, but I did remember Sam-I-Yum Green Eggs and Ham. Like I knew I could sing the shit out of it, and I did. And when I got to the end of the book, I had this sort of realization. And is that the Grinch in Green Eggs and Ham? Or it's just like a green guy? He looks just like the Grinch.
It's just a green guy, but it's Dr. Seuss, so the illustrator is similar. They all kind of look like...
I think you should take a second look. I think it's the Grinch.
Who plays Sam-I-Am or...
The guy who's supposed to be eating Green Eggs and Ham. You want me to get the book? It's right outside.
Yeah, get it.
Okay. It's definitely Grinch.
I'd like to cite the source. But a lot of the Dr. Seuss characters look like the Grinch. Like if you've read the Sneetches books, they all... The star-bellied Sneetches and the plain-bellied Sneetches, they all have bellies like the Grinch. I think that's just... Claude, I really think it's just how Dr. Seuss illustrates, because think of the Sneetches book. Have you read that one?
No.
They look like the Grinch. Also, the Cat in the Hat. Look at him with his pot belly. He looks like the Grinch too. He's just wearing a hat.
Look, he's
these
so Grinchy.
Yeah, this is just Dr. Seuss characters.
Okay. Well,
he doesn't have a name, but his name now is Claudia Oshry.
Well, that's what I kind of learned towards the end of the book. I'm having so much fun, you know, rhyming and bumping and grinding with these words, that it took me a second after I closed the book to say, oh my God, this book is about me. Is this play about us? Like, I am the Grinch. Because the whole book, this annoying fuck, Sam-I-Am, is like, do you want to eat green eggs and ham? Like, would you eat it here? Would you eat it? And Grinch is like, fuck off, dude. Like, I don't like green eggs and ham. I don't care where I eat it, who I'm eating it with. Like, it ain't happening for me. And the little Sam-I-Am bothers the Grinch so much that by the end of the book, the Grinch says, like, will you permanently fuck all the way off if I just try your green eggs and ham just to prove to you I don't like it?
I don't like it.
And he takes a bite and he freaks. He says, oh my God, it's giving Aura Ring. It's giving reading. It's giving Downton Abbey. He says, I do like green eggs and ham. I do. I like them, Sam-I-Am. And I would eat them in a boat, and I would eat them with a goat. And I will eat them in the rain and in the dark and on a train and in a car and in a tree. They are so good, you see? So I will eat them in a box, and I will eat them with a fox, and I will eat them in a house, and I will eat them with a mouse, and I will eat them here, and I will eat them there. I'll eat those bitches anywhere. I do like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Jackie O. That's literally what the book is giving.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is I heard you reading it upstairs. I was cooking dinner, and I've read this book a few times, and I toggle between two things. Like, of course, you want to be open-minded and try new things and not be closed-minded. And I think that's the overall message. But I do think there's a conflicting message about respecting boundaries.
Yeah, because if you're like a negative person, which we are, like you could take a look at this book and say indoctrination. That's literally what's going on.
No, I feel like it's like, I know I don't like this thing. Stop pushing it on me. Respect my boundaries. However, he did wind up liking this thing. So his boundaries were false boundary.
I guess we would need to know Grinch's relationship with green eggs and ham up until this point. Had he never tried it, and you're just saying no to something?
He was just being closed-minded. Like, he looked at it, he judged a book by its cover, and he said no.
Yeah, I think that's the message. I think this is actually an amazing book. Like this, and I feel like I've been clowning on a lot of children's books and haven't really said what I'm loving. And this goes in the book's Hall of Fame. Like, this is excellent from all cylinders.
I'm so glad you like it. I mean, Dr. Seuss, he's the GOAT for a reason.
Yeah, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. That one's good too. Do you have that one here?
I do. And Cat in the Hat is also really good. And then, of course, The Grinch. We love The Grinch.
Of course. And then all these other ones on the back. I'm not familiar with these.
You don't even know the Sneetches, but the Sneetches are really good.
Now, Seussville.com. I guess Seussville is like the name of the Dr. Seuss empire. What do you think the Dr. Seuss empire is worth?
50 million. Well, I guess if you include movie rights.
Right. Dr. Seuss's net worth $75 million.
Slay.
But he is no longer with us. So Google knows, like when I ask a question, related question, people also ask, who inherited Doctor Who's estate? Doctor Who? Dr. Seuss's. Audrey Stone. Okay, wait. According to New York Post, the estate is currently owned by the University of California, San Diego, which received the property in a donation by Dr. Seuss's late wife.
Did he have children? That would be kind of weird.
Well, his name was not
Theodore.
Dr. Seuss. It was
like Theodore Streisand, no lie.
I think it was Theodore Fichemin. By the way, Theodore Geisel, you're right.
It's Theodore Streisand.
Theodore Geisel. He was American children's book writer. Let's see what Wikipedia says. Although after Chernobyl, I know how unreliable Wikipedia is. He had a spouse. I don't think that he had any children.
There is one Dr. Seuss book that's not good, though.
He died at the age of 87. What is it?
King. The Zacks, something like that. It's not good.
Oh.
Yeah, it comes in the series, and it's a must skip. You have to read the Sneetches, by the way.
Do you know that Dr. Seuss also had an illustrious career as a political cartoonist?
I could see it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of satire here. A lot of commentary.
Yeah, there's a lot to,
unpack in the world of Seuss. Give me the back of the book. I want to see the other
Yeah,
ones.
I give Seuss, this is like the least hot take ever, but 10s across the board.
No, but you see with the children's books, like sometimes you're like, oh, why does everybody read that book? Even Give a Mouse a Cookie, like we bought it because it's a classic.
Is it? I think it's a new modern classic.
You could definitely skip it. As we said, Rainbow Fish. A lot of the ones that kind of live high on the hog and are
raking in millions,
exempt from critique, aren't that great. But then there are the ones that are so great.
Yeah.
And they're cliche for a reason.
So I'll read more
the places
books.
You'll go. That's also Dr. Seuss. He also has like a Happy Birthday to You book.
Love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep a list, maybe like a Goodreads or something, of my attorney approved books.
I actually have been meaning to make like an Amazon storefront of all of the favorite children's books that I've read. And also we've been reading like in the living room and upstairs, but the best ones are in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't even seen the best ones.
No, I haven't. I do love that. I think it's like 4 books. It's the Baby Beluga. It's like classic songs.
Oh.
Baby Beluga.
Down by the Bay.
Oh, Down by the Bay. That's a song.
Yeah, it's a bop.
I don't know who was working in the studio, like getting that shit off the ground.
Rafi.
Fire fucking song.
But it's also a little bit like, what were you on? Down by the Bay where the watermelons grow. And it's like, have you ever seen a goose kissing a moose down by... It's kind of like random.
Yeah, no, and I think
1 + 1 = sock.
when you're a teenager, that's like a classic song you like change the words to and make it dirty, you know?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like, have you ever seen your mom? Like, you know?
Yeah.
At least that's what I was doing.
And then the other board book in that series is Wheels on the Bus, which I don't think anyone owns.
You do.
No, owns the song.
Oh, I thought you meant the book. I'm like, I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, clown.
So yeah, just like
Fascinating stuff.
truly.
But the best children's book of them all is The Camper and the Counselor by me.
Me.
You have to read Camper and Counselor now again.
I've read it extremely recently.
Okay. Like in the midst of all these other books to like kind of see where it ranks. You'll really enjoy it.
You don't need to sell me.
I know.
On the magic of TCATC.
TCATC. Also, I'm doing a book signing this weekend. Speaking of TCATC, in Miami at Books and Books in Coral Gables. So get your tickets on their website. Just, Google it. I'll put the link in my stories again. If you want to come see me, tickets are limited. The ticket price gets you a book that I will sign.
If you want to come see who?
Me.
Now, we've got a great show, lots of stories, and people in need. Dear Toasters is at the end of today's episode. So if it fancies the lady...
It does fancy the lady to deliver the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know are brought to you by Tula. Tula is a doctor-founded skincare and wellness brand. Their products are clean and clinically effective. They are formulated with probiotic extracts, superfoods that feed your skin the good stuff. So at Tula, they focus on being healthy, not perfect, and they empower your community to feel different and confident in their skin. So Tula, I feel like, is a brand that everybody used for so long, and it really wasn't until I used it that I was like, okay, things are popular for a reason. I love their 24-hour moisturizer. I love that their moisturizer comes in 3 different versions of like the same moisturizer because, and when people ask like, do you have dry skin? I don't know. Like what time of year is it? So I would say now I use, it's like the light blue one that's for combo skin, but in the winter I use the white one that's for really dry skin. My skin is so crusty during the winter. So I love that they like think about that, different stages of the year and different stages of your skin. Their products are cruelty free. They are never tested on animals. I love all of their products. It's like once you use one, you know that they're like a good brand. And I love that their products, like when you open it up, it doesn't smell insane because like that's so chemically. Like it's just good stuff made really well. And you can visit Tula.com, use our code TOAST at checkout for a special 25% off your skincare order only until June 11th. So their website is Tula.com, Tula.com. Use our code TOAST for 25% off your order. You can really improve your skincare routine. Also, I just got a facial and the facialist said to me, your skin looks good. Keep doing what you're doing. Like if that wasn't a endorsement of my skincare routine, I don't know what is. I felt so proud of myself. So Tula.com, code TOAST. Today's episode is also brought to you by Macy's, and Macy's is here doing the Lord's work, reminding you that Father's Day is like hella soon. June 16th is Father's Day. And if you don't know what to get the man in your life, because shopping for men is literally so hard, shopping for women is hard too, only because it's overwhelming with how many things you can get. You're overwhelmed with options. With men, it's just like scraping the bottom of the barrel, and it's just like how many pairs of tongs can you get the Grill Master in your life, you know? Macy's is here, obviously having everything to help you, including a gift guide. So they offer the ultimate gift guide to make selecting something special for dad super easy this year. You can shop by price, so you can filter to $25 and under, $50 and under, $100 and under. You can shop by category, so they have cologne, watches, leather goods. They also have gift lists. So if you do have a grill master in your life, they have a list for that. You have a golfer in your life, they have a list for that. They are also just giving great inspo for gifts like Beats headphones, JBL portable speaker, and Nintendo Switch. They carry brands like Calvin Klein, Lego, Le Creuset, like if you have a Ben Soffer in your life, Tommy Hilfiger, Polo, Ralph Lauren, Columbia, and more. So this Father's Day, whether it's for, the father of your children, your actual father must be nice, head to Macy's.com/gift finder to A, help you find a gift, and B, actually purchase it. Macy's has everything from top to bottom for any dad or any man in your life. So head to Macy's.com/gift finder today. That's MACYS.com/gift finder. Father's Day is coming up. Don't just wait around and do nothing. Today's episode is also brought to you by Hatch. Let's talk about bedtime. It's 10 p.m., your TV is saying one more episode, your phone is begging for your attention, and your to-do list is keeping your mind distracted. Well, with Hatch, you can learn to put your screens away and build sleep routines that help prioritize your rest. Hatch helps you prioritize rest and create bedtime habits, so it's going to make you feel ready for sleep at night and energized in the morning. So unlike a traditional alarm clock or a sound machine, the Hatch Restore uses soft, glowing lights paired with soothing sounds to help you wind down peacefully, bringing that spa-like feeling into your bedroom, and then it uses those same sounds and lights to wake you up with a gentle sunrise. It gradually changes color, it gets brighter, stimulates your natural sleep patterns, and what they're not going to tell you about the Hatch, it's the most civilized way to wake up. Let's just call a spade a spade. Waking up is horrible. With the Hatch, it's doable. And you will actually notice throughout the day how much better you feel because you weren't woken up by an anvil on your head. I love the Hatch. Add it to the list of things Jackie told me about.
I will. I need to add a couple things.
And what was the one I just said?
Or a ring.
Right. Literally, Hatch changed my life. Hands down, probably the best low lift wellness thing I have done in the last 2 years. And Ben likes it too. And Ben was so anti because he's so set in his ways. Oh, what's that like? Right now, Hatch is offering our listeners up to 20% off and free shipping on your Hatch device purchase. Visit hatch.co/toast for up to 20% off. That's Hatch, HATCH.co/toast, hatch.co/TOAST.
TY.
YW.
Well, thank you.
YWJF. Jacqueline Foley.
I got it.
Okay.
Charity
I didn't know
Foley.
if like people
TF.
weren't sure.
Our first story, some hair news. Rihanna announces the launch of Fenty hair care line.
Fenty,
with new blonde pixie cut in the promo. So just,
trigger warning for me.
That. But Fenty hair is almost here. On yesterday, Rihanna took to Instagram to share the news that her beauty empire is expanding into hair care, and it's coming soon. And a campaign video showcasing a variety of hair types and textures. The Fenty Beauty founder gives fans a sneak peek into her newest product line. She said a new family is moving in. Fenty hair is pulling up, and it's time to finally have the hair experience you've been waiting for.
So I don't think anybody was necessarily surprised that Fenty was going into this space. They recently did skin, so like it's just a natural progression for a $1 billion beauty company. I think what really made this newsworthy is, Rihanna's blonde pixie cut.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I think it looks great.
Okay, so if anyone can pull off a pixie cut, it's obviously Rihanna. I don't think Rihanna looking great in it is an endorsement for the pixie cut because like she could look great in anything, like with a duty on her head,
Right.
Maybe that's next for Fenty Duty.
Fenty Beauty.
Yeah, right.
Well, I think this is exciting. And as you said, beauty, skin, hair, all in one. It just goes to show the umbrella gets larger.
And it's also really crazy how the hype for Fenty Beauty really didn't die down.
No, it reached a level where it's just this is what people incorporate into their routine. It's not like we're just trying things anymore. It's very much here to stay.
Yeah, and they did a good job of embracing Gen Z and TikTok. They're super relevant on TikTok, but they're not the most obvious chuggy brand. They really
brand of the moment.
Yeah, which you don't want to be because you're a brand of the moment and then you go out of business.
Then the moment changes.
Yeah. It's just really, it's such a testament to Rihanna's, I think, celebrity, but also probably the quality of the products. I've used a bunch of Fenty stuff. It's all good shit.
Yeah. Same.
So this is not shocking, but you love to see a billionaire getting richer, especially when it's Rihanna.
Especially when it's consumer products that we get to benefit off of as well.
Yeah. We all win.
We do all win.
We feel like I literally am a spokesperson for capitalism right now. The consumer benefits too.
Yeah.
Thanks, billionaires.
Thank you. I could use some new hair stuff. I feel like my hair is in a lull because it's just growing out.
Your hair is so long. It's insane.
No, I mean my regrowth, the underneath.
By the way, I have regrowth too.
You do?
Yeah, from my hair loss journey. When I put my hair in a bun, I have my bun hair and then I have my back hairs. The ones at the back that don't 5 inches long.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I need to.
I kind of like them.
You do?
I don't know. I like to twirl them in my hands,
and it's just a reminder that your hair is growing back.
Yeah,
but it definitely gets in my way.
100%.
I think I've got a few more months of this before it fits nicely into my pony.
Well, if you cut your hair
to the length of my regrowth strands?
But you're just bridging the gap,
I guess.
You have to meet your regrowth strands where they are.
That's so true.
I
don't see a haircut in the near future. For me, a drastic haircut one day.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying
no one
to
to talk. I'm always like trying to convince other people, like Olivia Rodrigo and our sister Margot, to get drastic haircuts. But you couldn't pay me seriously $2 billion to cut my hair drastically. Mm-hmm. I guess if somebody said to me, Turdy, here's a winning lottery ticket and a pixie cut, and you can't take one without the other. 1,000%, because then I would buy the best wig money could buy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because I know they say, like, you know, what's that quote? It's like my favorite quote. And just start writing down my favorite quotes. That's what Tinks does. And it's like she's always like remarking on her quotes. I'm like, how do you remember them? She said she has a list. But my favorite quote is like, everybody wants to be rich and famous, but make them rich and see if that doesn't solve their problems. Like, fame is not, like, everybody like looks out for like fame, but like literally money, and I know money can't buy happiness, but it can solve like almost all of your problems. Like a pixie cut.
So the message is like the fame is worthless. Don't spend your time wanting it.
1,000%.
That's what we were saying yesterday. So you must have read that quote and then you moved on from.
No, I've always thought that. I had never, you know, like heard the quote until actually I read it in Josh Peck's book.
Got it.
And I was like, oh my God, yes, it's like exactly how I feel. It's like, it's the money that's good, not the fame. Like we look at celebrities and we're like jealous, but we're like, you don't realize you're not jealous of their fame. Like it's really not that great. You're jealous of their money.
People like attention too.
Yeah, but it gets old quickly, I think.
Yeah, but like if you're with someone and like they're getting a lot of attention and you're not.
Okay, well, I need more information. Where am I? And who's the other person, you know?
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like if somebody else gets attention, like it depends who it is. Like I can be happy for them.
Yeah.
But do I hate this person? Like, you can't just make like a generalization like that.
Got it. No, but attention is like a form of currency, and that's what fame is.
I mean, you're telling me I literally started running for attention.
Right. And look where it got you. Good things came.
1,000%.
Yeah. Are you ready for our next story? Mm-hmm. Dakota Fanning reveals she has a massive shoe collection courtesy of Tom Cruise. Have you heard this yet?
The story sounds familiar. Wait.
So Dakota Fanning, maybe she told you it in college when you guys went to college together.
That wasn't Dakota Fanning.
She went to NYU.
At the same time as me?
Like, she's 30.
I don't like remark on her as one of my classmates. Dylan and Cole Sprouse were. Anna Sophia Robb was.
She's literally your age. How would you feel?
If your father married someone your own age.
Turned 30 in February.
Oh, so she's not my age. She's much older than me.
Anyway, she revealed on the Kelly Clarkson show, of course, where everyone goes to spill the beans.
Kristen Juszczyk was just on the Kelly Clarkson show.
That Tom Cruise has gifted her a new pair of shoes every year for her birthday. Since they starred together in War of the Worlds, he's gotten her a birthday present every single year since she was 11 in that movie. Kelly said, I find that amazing that every year on your birthday, Tom Cruise still sends you a present on your birthday and says happy birthday. That's so nice, even though they worked together so long ago. She said that she had just turned 11 when she first worked with him on their 2005 film, War of the Worlds. And to celebrate, he had gifted her first cell phone. She said it was a Motorola Razr. I didn't have anyone to call, but I just wanted a Razr so bad. And I must have been.
What your parents thought of that. That's kind of a big thing.
Yeah, I feel like now it's kind of a bigger thing, but like back then, the impact of cell phones like wasn't like it was just.
Yeah, I guess.
That's what because I was saying the same thing. Like, that's a kind of a presumptuous gift to like give someone their first phone. But I think back then it just like meant less. Plus, it was not a smartphone. It's just like you want to make a
flip.
Call.
Right. Anybody needs to make a call?
And you want to do the flip.
I've got a phone.
Right. So she said, I must have been talking about it a lot because that's what he got me. It was such a great memory. However, since then, he has honored her birthday every year by sending her a new pair of shoes.
So the thing is they could never make me like Tom Cruise. Like, and Dakota Fanning is trying. Like, she's really trying hard. They could never make me like this man. However, you know, hearing a story about an 11-year-old on set who had a positive experience with an older gentleman in this industry, like, you know, we can't take that lightly. Like, sorry, that is definitely a point in Tom Cruise's column because, you know, I don't know. Sorry, no, they can never make me like him. I'm trying to put a positive spin. I can't.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's sweet that I don't think they have much of a relationship now, but like he still acknowledges her birthday every year. Also,
he's like not sending it, you know?
But he has made it a point to his people to do this.
Well, actually, this is another storyline in Hacks. And I have to assume it's based on what actually happens in real life. But like Tom Cruise, I guess, is known for like sending a group of like Hollywood elites and his friends every Christmas this like divine coconut cream cake.
Yeah. 300 people he sends it to at Christmas.
Oh, so it's an episode because Deborah gets one. Oh, that's funny. So he's obviously like known for his gifts, which is cute. But he's also like known for being a Scientologist. So, like,
yeah, he also paid for Glenn Powell to get his pilot's license.
Okay, well, if there is anyone who can make me like Tom Cruise, it might be Glenn Powell. Fuck.
And Miles Teller, and they both really like him.
Yeah. I don't know. The thing is for me with Tom Cruise, like, I definitely missed his peak. Like, he was a movie star, and like he still is, but like there was like a couple of years where he was it. And I just kind of came into consciousness after that. Yeah. And so I only know like the negatives. I don't remember Jerry Maguire, you know?
Right.
I don't even know what movies I've seen him in besides Top Gun Maverick. I feel like that's literally it. And I saw Top Gun Maverick 2 years ago.
Yeah. We've definitely seen him in other stuff.
No, I actually don't think we have.
Let me Google him. Tom Cruise.
He also does like mostly action.
He kind of like does his own stuff and like is always...
He created his own genre, like for real.
Yeah, it's true. I'm just saying, like, you know, just interesting to note. Tom Cruise is very generous,
also,
thoughtful.
I would love to get to a place where I'm like known for my gifts. That's like such a rich person thing, you know?
Yeah.
Where you can have like lists that go out annually and everybody knows you for it and like the elites get it. I guess that might be how some people feel about our TNN holiday baskets.
I think so. They're really great.
They are.
We don't skim.
We don't. And we send them to ourselves.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Sending it to ourselves.
To unburden ourselves.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, well, all of these movies are like action movies. Oh, Rain Man. We've seen Rain Man.
Oh my God, wait. Hold on. Tom Cruise was in Rain Man. That definitely changes things. Who was the man himself? Dustin Hoffman? Or what's that guy's name? Yeah, Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman, yeah.
And then Tom Cruise is like the brother who's like always trying to keep him out of trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, that's an excellent film.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It seems like you're trying to make me like Tom Cruise.
No, I'm just having you question your biases. That's all.
Okay.
To confirm them.
Yeah, but biases are there for a reason, you know?
Yeah,
At
no,
least
like,
mine.
of course, I'm like, just like Nicole Kidman. That's what I,
Oh,
you know?
thank you. What kind of man is turning ice cold? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you ready for our next story?
Is it about Alec Baldwin?
It is.
I need to talk about this.
Alec and Hilaria Baldwin announced their reality show featuring all 7 of their kids. So Alec and Hilaria Baldwin are getting a reality show on TLC called The Baldwins, and it is a family dynamics show about their family.
And I feel like this is crazy. And let me tell you why. Because obviously Alec Baldwin, oh my God, I'm getting choked up. Alec Baldwin is a star. And we know him, he's incredibly famous, 30 Rock. But this is coming off the heels of me just watching, and I forgot to mention that Alec Baldwin is in Pearl Harbor. Mm-hmm. Alec Baldwin is so A-list. And I think we've all forgotten how A-list he is over the last couple of years because he's been marred by scandal. First, you know, the Spanishization of his wife, the 1,000 kids, the shooting. So we haven't really talked about his status as an A-lister in a while because we've been talking about other things.
The voicemail,
Correct.
The paparazzi, the anger.
He was roasted on Comedy Central a little bit, you know, a couple of years ago. Like, we haven't talked about his, you know, discography in many years.
The work itself.
And if you would do our favorite thing, please pull up Alec Baldwin's IMDb, because I don't know how somebody who was in Pearl Harbor ends up on a TLC reality show.
Well, it's not just about Pearl Harbor. Like, it's everything.
No, of course. But Pearl Harbor, like, as far as, and how I see it, is like when you think about Jennifer Gardner, Ben Affleck, Josh Hartnett, Kate Beckinsale, Jamie King, like, these are all people, they were, you know, what's the word?
Catapulted?
Thank you, catapulted into this very elite level of fame.
Yes.
Alec Baldwin included, and he went on to do great things. We obviously know 30 Rock. What else?
It's complicated. Of course, we love.
Right.
I mean, I'm looking at the movies that I love. He was in The Aviator. Oh yeah, he played the head of Pan Am. Blue Jasmine. Again, movies that we've watched.
like this
The Cat in the Hat with Dakota Fanning.
Yeah. Oh, The Cat in the Hat. Like, literally the best of me. This is a deeply accomplished person. And I do know, because we've literally watched it all unfold, but it's really crazy how you go from that to having your own show on the same network that launched the career of Mama June and the Duggars. Like, it's really crazy.
Even without Pearl Harbor, like, he's huge. 30 Rock. It's crazy that the show is on TLC. And it just makes me ask one question, like, why?
I think they need money.
Really?
This is what you do when you need money. They have 7 kids, which just in and of itself is an enormous financial undertaking. Mm-hmm. They've recently, you know, had a lot of legal, you know, those things are expensive, going to trial and things of that nature. I'm sure she spends. I am sure she spends.
Yeah.
I think also, yes, he has this amazing, but like in the last couple of years, even think about the last movie he did, which was Russ. Like, that was an independent film. That's something you make like a per diem per day of. Like, you don't.
Or you make it like when you're doing it for the art. He was in Boss Baby, which those sorts of things make money. There were 2 of them.
I'm sorry, that's probably one of his most lucrative. No, it's true. Like the voiceover work.
Yeah.
When you get in with one of those animation, it's over.
Still Alice, which was recent and critically acclaimed.
So if he doesn't need the money, which is what I immediately thought, why would he do this?
And I also think like 30 Rock is a show that like pays forever.
Sorry. Yeah. 30 Rock is a show that pays forever. It's on Netflix. I think it's also on Max.
And I think there are other things that you can do for money, like when you're very well connected.
No,
you can invest in something.
No, you're right.
I don't think it's about money. Like, I think maybe Hilaria wants to be on TV.
You think it's like a fame thing?
I don't know.
I seriously can't imagine why anybody who's like...
Maybe because she's on Instagram, like maybe like she wants more than just influencing.
And I love TLC. This isn't me clowning. Like, I watch a lot of their programming. You guys know that. I don't... I think it's important to know, like, yeah, there's reality shows. There's different levels of reality shows. You know, Bravo, E! And then there's TLC, which like is, you know, the circus.
Yeah.
Like, you're on the same network as like Sister Wives and the Duggars, you know, 19 kids. Like, it's like for like freaks, dogs, like, you know.
Yeah. No, I know.
So I'm confused. Sound off in the comments. Like, why do you think they did this show?
Yeah. And will you be watching this show?
Honestly, it's tempting. Mm-hmm. I wonder if they'll address, you know, like, what would you say is the biggest scandal in Alec Baldwin's career?
The shooting.
See, I really feel like it's Hilaria. Like, to me, like, that was so much more shocking.
Yeah.
But then there's also Thoughtless Little Pig.
The voicemail. But what I think we're past that as a like, that was
I don't
so
know if
long
Ireland
ago.
is, but
I think she is.
I think she is too. And Ireland's like in her mom, like, tradwife era.
Yeah. It comes for all of us. Also, what I was thinking about when you were saying, like, all the things that I have been, like, green eggs and ham. Mm-hmm. Does it ever make you wonder of the things that I'm doing now that, like, eventually you're going to fall into? Because...
Don't push it, okay?
No. I'm not pushing anything.
I'll make my own bread when I'm ready.
I actually don't think you will ever make your own bread.
Me neither. Okay, but so what exactly are you referring to?
No, nothing. It was a question. It wasn't an agenda.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think about it. I just think about, like, you know.
It's funny to think about, though. There's definitely something that I'm doing now that you're like, I roll.
Maybe there's something that I'm doing now that you'll be doing.
Maybe, but I endorse everything you do.
I endorse everything you do.
There's nothing that you do that I think is...
Crazy?
Yeah, or that I'm just, like, not paying attention. It's so dissimilar to myself. Mm-hmm. But I could see you becoming, like, clean one day, just, like, products-wise.
I don't know.
But it happens, like, a big impetus is, like, when you have kids.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Good enough for ye, but not for thee.
Yeah. So, the Baldwins on TLC one day soon.
Coming to a circus near you.
Yes. Next up, Lady Gaga is...
making waves on TikTok.
Making waves. I guess she's been kind of, like, low-key recently.
Even though, like, her Chromatica ball came out on Max, and, like, I don't know why I've seen, like, no hype for it. I mean,
what is that even?
She, like, did her concert DVD.
Okay.
Released it. When was Chromatica ball? Years ago. Like, before COVID.
Okay.
And it came out on Max. And I've been, like, seeing clips of it somewhere, but, like, there really has been, like, no energy for it.
Well, she's been doing, like, Fale Adu. And I also think she's a celebrity that when she's not wearing hair and makeup, she looks like a layperson and can make herself look like a layperson. So I think she's, like, pretty low-key.
I also think she's a celebrity who, when she's not actively working on something, like, she hibernates. Like, you don't see her.
Right. But she had her sister's wedding, and she was spotted with her mans. They're still going strong.
Which man is this?
Regular Degular. His name is, like, Michael.
Is he the audio engineer guy?
Is he? I don't know. He's just, like, a lay person.
Yeah.
But they're still together, and maybe some of the pictures sparked pregnancy rumors. Anyways, she wrote on TikTok, not pregnant, just down bad crying at the gym, register to vote.
Okay. So many layers to this. First is, I love when celebrities, like, comment on rumors that nobody was making. Like, I never heard this, and I hear everything. Okay. That's first of all. Second of all, living for the Taylor Swift reference. Like, I think a lot of people are, like, you know, creaming their pants. Like, is this an Easter egg? No, I just think she's, like, commenting on something that's big in culture, and that's fine. 3, this is probably one of my least favorite celebrity tropes, like the performative activism. It's like, everyone's talking about me when we should be talking about this. It's like, first of all, no one's talking about you. Second of all, like, we're talking about voting anyway. Like, it's an election year. We're not stupid. Like, one of my least favorite tropes. It's like, it's a little, like, condescending. It's like, well, you guys are so caught up in such unimportant things like my pregnancy rumors, you really should be thinking about voting. And it's like, we can actually think about 2 things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think you're pregnant, and I'm also going to vote this year, you know? I just hate that. Like, and it's, I think people, like, it's, we were talking about it with that Reformation collab. It's like, you just put, like, vote.org on anything, and it's like, I'm a savior of the people.
This is meaningful.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No, I don't like it either. And I really hope that as a society, maybe it won't be in this election cycle because it's already starting.
Yeah.
But at some point that we move past it.
It's so performative. Like, you're not making anyone vote.
Yeah. Rare.
Like, I wasn't going to vote, but then Lady Gaga on a TikTok told me to. And actually, if that's your level of intellect, you probably shouldn't vote. Like, seriously. No, I'm kidding. Everyone should vote. Like, please. Yeah. This is probably, like, one of my least favorite celebrity tropes. A, about voting, but B, just about, like, the sort of intellectual superiority. Like, while you're all doing this, I'm over here talking about, you know, the Sudanese. And it's like, okay, me too, but I'm also talking about the other thing. Like,
yeah, we can hold space for a number of things at one time.
Because one of our, you know, favorite sayings, which is, you know, of the absolute truth, 2 things, actually maybe even 3, can be true at once.
Not 3.
Yeah.
Not 3, certainly not 4.
No. I draw the line at 4.
Well, Lady Gaga has emerged.
Well, that's just, like, the overall positive outcome. And does anybody else feel like the hype for Chromatica Ball has been, like, so...
I didn't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, it's like her Eras tour. It's her Beyonce's Netflix. Like, she did a Max concert DVD. And I don't know why I call it DVD, but let's just, like...
Yeah.
When somebody films their concert, it's a concert DVD.
Of course. Of course. And when it's on Max, it's on Max.
And I just feel like no one cared.
I didn't even know about it. So I can't say that I didn't care because I didn't know.
Therein lies the issue that I'm asking people about. Like, why is nobody talking about it?
Because I'm a big fan.
Right.
Does this include like Stupid Love?
Yeah, that's the Chromatica era. I'm sure she sang Stupid Love.
I've been listening to Stupid Love a lot recently.
She's really good.
Because I resurfaced some old 2020 playlists. Because as I said, like weirdly, there's so much new music, but there's nothing to listen to except for Shaboozey. Stream Shaboozey, everyone.
I get into Jackie's car, like she's knee deep in the Shaboozey album.
The Shaboozey album is so good.
I did like what I heard.
It's so good. He's so talented. So right now that's carrying me, but it's definitely not for working out. So I've gone back to my 2020 workout playlists. Stupid Love.
So good.
Rain on Me.
That has always been on my every playlist. I like keep making new ones. Rain on Me is always the first one added.
It's so good.
Because I would rather be dry, but at least I'm alive.
Rain on me. Hey. Our fifth and final story.
Great.
A little more celebrity news. Some hopeful but frightening news. Halsey releases a new single, The End, as she reveals her secret health struggle. She said she's lucky to be alive. So on Tuesday, she shared The End, which is the first new single from her forthcoming fifth studio album, along with a caption revealing that she's been suffering from serious health issues. On Instagram, she wrote, "Long story short, I'm lucky to be alive. Short story long, I wrote an album. It begins with The End, out now." So she said that she was suffering from leukemia as well as lupus.
Yeah.
Frightening.
So scary.
I've actually been listening to a lot of Halsey from my old playlist.
You know what this just reminded me of? Did that Charlie Puth song ever come out?
Hero? Yeah, I listened to it.
You did? How
Yeah.
was it? Not good.
Not bad. Not bad. Just like it didn't change my life like I was hoping a song called Hero would.
Damn.
It wasn't like, I need a hero.
And it's
I'm
certainly
holding out for a hero till the morning light.
Gotta be.
He's gotta be cool and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be fresh for the fight.
And it certainly wasn't. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on. And you cast your fears aside, but you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong. And then you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you.
No, it wasn't
Chills.
that.
Oh, that's disappointing. I had like hopes that Charlie Puth would be a bigger artist.
Yeah. No, I listened. I was like excited because I meant what I said when I said it sounded good and I wanted to give him a shot.
Taylor should have like reposted it or something, like given it like a little bit of a leg up.
Not if it's not worthy.
It's so true. Our queen has taste.
Yeah. Not like a pity share.
I mean, what you can always tell when like a big artist is like friends with a littler one, and the littler one puts out like a piece of shit, and the artist is like, I'm obsessed with this song. It's like, no, you're not. Stop lying to us.
Yeah. But Halsey's putting out new music.
That's great.
And she's been through a lot.
Wishing her well.
Yeah.
Refuah Shlema.
Me as well. I think she's doing better now, but I think she went through a hard time.
I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah.
So those were the Fast Five stories. I enjoyed them. I know you said at the beginning of the show, well, actually, I think maybe you said this offline, like you weren't sure about the stories.
It
Like
was just like light celebrity stories.
I enjoyed them.
Not super chewy.
Not super chewy. Chewy, I'm hungry. What are we having for lunch?
Something light.
Sourdough.
Oh yeah, we're having our slices of toast that are easily digestible, so they're healthy.
And I feel like people are worried
About your toasters?
that the show's over, but it's not.
Oh, it's so not
It's,
over.
by the way, guess it's never really. KP7 is coming.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I'm open.
I'm open as well.
I'm open, Sam, I am.
She seriously like will go down. She will be studied by like
For the the flippy-dibbity. Like,
She's
every
had so
other
many-
album is either the best album I've ever heard or the worst.
and she will be studied for like having probably one of the biggest impacts on pop music like 5 different times, and then releasing 2 albums that seriously I think got 5 downloads.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can do both, but get you a girl who can do both. And it seems like she might be in a huge redemption era, which I am really here for.
Me as well. What was I going to say about her? It's just so crazy. Like at one point, her and Kelly Clarkson were like neck and neck for my love.
No, and I think she's also a great example of hair theory. How like your hair can really change your output, like for
Yeah.
real. Because I think some of her best hair days were her best music. And then some of her worst hair days, the bleach blonde pixie cut, was some of her like worst, shittiest music, Chained to the Rhythm.
Ooh, Bon Appetit.
Correct.
Yikes bikes.
And then it's also like, I think a statement on authenticity. I didn't feel like she was being her authentic self with Bon Appetit. I think she was like putting out what either the label wanted her to put out or what she thought people wanted her to put out. Like that wasn't Katie.
Well, I feel like a criticism that she often gets is that she's not been authentic her entire part of her successful career, because I think she started out as a Christian artist, as we know. Like she didn't have success until much later in life. And I think people say, and I don't feel this way necessarily because I don't know her on a personal level, but like all of that was just like put on, you know, the teenage dream. Like it was all phony. Never
But
her.
it was good.
Yeah, no, not saying it was good or bad, but like who is the real Katy Perry? I don't know.
I don't know either, but I think there was a time where she didn't know.
Right, even as someone who's like been a true fan of hers over the years, I don't know who she is. And that's a problem.
Think now, as like an
Kelly
older, wiser mom, I actually think she knows who she is now. And like
but
maybe
then she did Harley's in Hawaii, and I think she was a mom when she did that.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
And wasn't giving authentic true self. But like that song Daisies and her daughter's name, beautiful.
Yeah. Maybe we could just chalk it up to, you know, mismanagement.
I guess. She also doesn't have a Grammy. That's what I was going to say. Even though she's been like such...
Yeah, she's one of those people. Miley just left that bucket of people who are like so famous and like have so many popular songs and have never won a Grammy. I think it's more of a crime that Katy Perry has never won a Grammy. When you think about like Teenage Dream, California Girls, I Kissed a Girl, you know, the one that got away, Waking Up in Vegas, like she has
Firework.
The fact that Firework doesn't have a Grammy is really emblematic of the issue that I have with the Grammys.
Yeah, like when that album came out, Teenage Dream is her biggest album. I think it like smashed everything. What year did it come out, and what won even pop vocal album that year? You know?
Yeah. Like what was she up against?
Because that's where her Grammy should have been.
Pop vocal, yeah.
Teenage Dream album came out in 2010. What a great year for music.
I was in the 10th grade. Was that a great year for me? I think it was.
2010 Grammy winners. Oh, I think Taylor Swift had a big year that year.
Is that Fearless year?
The 53rd annual 2010 Grammy winners list. How fun. Yeah, Taylor won.
For Fearless.
Wait, where's the winner? Oh, Use Somebody was record of the year. Fearless was album of the year. Okay. Single Ladies was song of the year. You guys, these were good times.
Category. It was a tough category.
Best pop vocal album. She's not nominated. This must be the wrong year, but it was The End by Black Eyed Peas.
Also good.
Really?
Black Eyed Peas?
The End? Unless I'm sure
that was you know all the songs.
I Got a Feeling. If I Got a Feeling,
yeah, for sure.
Okay, then fine. So wait, maybe it's the 2011 Grammys. I just want to put this to bed.
Yeah, like who is she up against? Like, has it just been unfortunate timing for Katy, or are they out to get her?
Record of the year in 2011 was Need You Now by Lady A. Love.
Oh my God. Okay, Grammy winning queens.
Wait, this is what it was up against. Nothing on You by B.O.B. Amazing song featuring Bruno Mars. Love the Way You Lie, Eminem and Rihanna. Amazing song. F.U. CeeLo Green. Amazing song. And Empire State of Mind. Amazing song.
Yeah. By the way, I can make a case for any of those songs winning, but Need You Now winning isn't that crazy. Okay. Like that song was so big.
Here's where she was snubbed. Album of the year went to The Suburbs by Arcade Fire. Now I know I'm biased because I'm not an Arcade Fire fan, but Teenage Dream should have won.
Was she nominated?
She was nominated. Recovery by Eminem was nominated. Need You Now by Lady A was nominated. And The Fame Monster by Lady Gaga were nominated.
But I think it's easier to say that now, like in retrospect, seeing how much, you know, that album by Katy Perry, like still lives, and the one by Arcade Fire, like doesn't. Like,
right. So in retrospect, it was wrong.
Yeah, in retrospect, yeah.
Wait, Best New Artist, this is crazy. Nominees were Mumford & Sons, Drake, Florence and the Machine, Justin Bieber, and Esperanza Spalding.
Esperanza won? Who's that?
Right.
Yeah, and they almost always never. I feel like it's actually a curse to win Best New Artist. And I think when you're like a really successful artist who doesn't win it, you're not like that upset because like I think famously Christina Aguilera was snubbed for it. Celine Dion, many people.
All of these people. Florence and the Machine, Justin Bieber, Drake, and Mumford & Sons.
Yeah, like it's almost something you don't want to win.
Yeah, and then Best Pop Vocal Album that year, she was nominated for Teenage Dream, but it went to The Fame Monster by Lady Gaga.
Like when I think of new artists, I don't know why I always think about Alessia Cara, who had such a big year and won and then was never heard from again. And she still works. It's not like she stopped making music. She's still releasing and like whatever machine was behind her, like broke.
Yeah, they broke the machine.
Florence and her machine.
I think Fame Monster, yeah, that's tough. They are both like either one.
Yeah.
Okay, damn.
Well, we have Dear Toasters, our weekly advice segment that's brought to you by GNC. So GLP-1 medications are taking the world by storm, helping many like myself transform our lives through weight loss. But, it's not an easy journey. There are side effects. There are just, things that happen to you afterwards. And it's really important to be stocked up on different supplements, different snacks. And for me, GNC was an amazing resource during my journey with Ozempic and then afterwards for all different types of things. So if you're on GLP-1 and you're experiencing side effects, how hard it can be, but you don't want to give up on your goals. You do have options. So here's a quick rundown of simple solutions to common GLP-1 side effects. And the best part is that they can all be found at GNC. And we do work with GNC and we have a great discount for you guys. So any gut issue, if you're having nausea, you can try ginger. If you're having constipation, you can go for more water, exercise, and fiber. If you're looking to boost your overall gut health, you can choose a high quality probiotic. All of these things are available at GNC. And then for the journey after a GLP-1 medication, having, a lot of protein filled snacks in your house is super important. Having a bunch of different supplements, protein shakes, bars, super important. And shopping at GNC, you can get all your different things, all your different supplies, because preparedness is key. So find the support that you need at GNC. Right now, you can save 25% on all hunger satisfying snacks and meal replacements from GNC Total Lean. So GNC has their own brand of like bars, shakes, snacks. It's called Total Lean. Their protein shakes are amazing. And you can use code TOAST25 at checkout at gnc.com/toast to get 25% off all hunger satisfying snacks. So that's TOAST25 at checkout. Today's episode is also brought to you by KiwiCo. KiwiCo Panda Crate is a bi-monthly subscription for babies 0 to 24 months. It's perfect for brain-building play made fun. They're made with care, so KiwiCo's baby products are free from BPAs, phthalates, and lead. They use only non-toxic water-based finishes and paints. So KiwiCo's Panda Crate is safe, science-backed played. Because when it comes to baby's playtime, trust matters, and KiwiCo is going above and beyond. Their products are designed in partnership with experts at Seattle Children's Hospital. They're not only safe and of high quality, they're also age-appropriate and supportive of your baby's growth. So KiwiCo Panda Crates support your baby's rapid development with products that support child-led play and encourage open-ended exploration. Nurture your little one's growing brain through fun and engaging play. The just right products and helpful tips to navigate every stage of development are just fabulous, and they're all designed with care. Their thoughtful, quality design choices and materials promote healthy development. Their products are designed with high quality materials, ensuring that they withstand the test of time. No paint chipping, paint, all over the floor. Mess for mom, mess for baby, mess for everyone. So unlock brain building play with KiwiCo Panda Crate. Get 20% off your first month with code TOAST at kiwico.com/panda. That's 20% off your first month at kiwico.com/panda. The promo code is TOAST. kiwico.com/panda. Promo code TOAST. All right, Jax, are you ready for Dear Toasters, our weekly advice segment where everyone can email us, deartoasters@gmail.com, or head to thetoastpodcast.com to submit anonymously?
Yes.
I had four. Because I couldn't whittle it down to 3. So let me just see.
Do your whittling.
Okay, this one's funny. And it's like sisterly, so we can do it. Hey, Swirlies. My sister and I are very close, and I love my nieces so much. I got my niece a present she really wanted for her 3rd birthday. I didn't assemble it. I'm pregnant, but I dropped it off for her a few days before in case she wanted it in case my sister wanted to have it ready the day of. My sister shared that this was a selfish gift as it was not assembled and ended up making more work for them. Is this a rule I didn't know to assemble before dropping off a gift? Is my sister being nuts or am I?
Well, I need to know what it was.
But what kind of toys need being assembled,
All the toys,
okay.
Pretty much. Like most things, a dollhouse, say, a bicycle, things just need assembly. But no, most people, when they give someone a gift at a party, they bring it in the box.
They wrap it.
Most people don't assemble something. It's nice if you do, if you're dropping it off, but you're pregnant and you gave her enough time. I think she's being a little crazy. If someone dropped off a gift that we had to assemble, I would be like to my husband, ugh. But I would never think they should have assembled it. They bought us a gift. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
If you're in a situation where someone's giving you a gift and you are complaining about something, you are 10 out of 10 times in the wrong. Yeah, you can complain about it to your husband being like, oh, she couldn't have wrapped it or she couldn't have assembled it.
I would have never thought, I've gotten a lot of children's gifts, they don't come assembled. And I never really think, damn, so-and-so should have assembled it.
And especially if you are complaining about a gift that came from a pregnant person, this pregnant person didn't do enough physical labor for you, like your sister is 1000% wrong. So you can rest easy knowing you're in the right.
Yeah.
How you want to handle it is up to you. Like, I don't know how you and your sister handle things, but you should tell your sister seriously to shut the fuck up. Like, this is the best part about having conflicts with sisters. Like, you can say something to them and like you can speak your truth, you know?
Yeah.
You don't have to mince words. You can be like, first of all, I'm pregnant. Second of all, you're being an ingrate. Third of all, fine, I won't buy my niece gifts anymore. Is that what you want? Like, what's your fucking problem?
What's your fucking problem?
This situation where like I think directness is of the utmost importance, and you can feel good knowing that these two sisters told you you didn't do one single thing wrong.
No, you did not.
You dropped it off even.
It would have been above and beyond to assemble it, but like so not wrong to not do it.
No, and then you're setting a precedent for like every gift having to be assembled. No. A gift is a gift. Fuck all the way off.
Yeah.
Which one do I want to do next? Oh, this one. Another sister one, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Jackson Turd. Longtime listener of the show, huge fan, and love you both. I'm in a bit of a pickle. My sister is staying with me while her new house is getting built, and out of curiosity, I went through her journal. In it were some, oh my God, I'm having a stroke. In it were some unsavory things about me, about how she isn't enjoying staying at my house. I'm passive aggressive, I'm overly critical, etc. In an unhinged rage, I sent her pictures of what she wrote, telling her how bad it hurt me, and now we're not talking. Can you believe she is the one mad at me, even though she's the one who wrote all this horrible stuff? At the end of the day, I miss my sister, and this feels like a huge fight, but I'm unsure of how to move forward. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're seriously so toxic. Like, why are you going through your sister's journal? I don't care if she admitted to a murder in there. Like, there's nothing in there for you. And then to instead, like, if I did that.
You uncovered.
I went through your journal and I found these thoughts about me. I wouldn't take pictures and say, why do you think these things about me? I would be like, oh my God, I've been passive aggressive. Like, I would try and change my behavior. Maybe that's just me. Not saying you need to do that, but the fact that you would be mad at her about her private thoughts, like, seriously, what do you want to control everything and everything? It's giving Mao.
Yeah, no. First of all, reading anyone's journal is
Stalin. It's what? She's guilty of thought crimes?
It's such a betrayal. Like, you are so wrong for that. Like, you were going to be wrong in this situation 10 out of 10 times because you did that. Like, you should never do that again. And like, you need to learn about like boundaries and privacy. It's so hard when somebody writes in when they're the toaster and they're in the wrong. It happens sometimes where like, you know, you need a third party to tell you how crazy you're being. Like, you're being nuts. So not only is reading it like such a betrayal, especially of a sister, like, oh my God. But Jackie's right. To then start a fight, she didn't say these things to you. She wrote them down in a journal, which is never meant to be seen or read or public.
And a lot of times people write stuff down like that to like get it out, expel it so that they can move on from it. So it wasn't meant, like, she's not festering in it probably. She's probably putting it there so that she doesn't have to bring it to you.
And the fact that you're like, this hurt me, it's actually your fault that those things hurt you because you were never meant to read them. So she literally owes you nothing. You owe her an apology, actually.
Or like if someone less crazy, no offense, read it, like they would and saw that their sister wasn't happy staying at their house and was having these feelings, like you could then have like a talk with her being like, are you happy here? Like, what can I do? You could even pretend like you just had a feeling. But you could have like had a referendum with her as opposed to a fight.
Right. And so the fact that she wrote these down and didn't like say them to you just means they're her thoughts. Like, they could be meaningless. She could be justified. She could not be. But reading it was wrong. And you now open like this whole can of worms that you shouldn't have opened. Like, and what even compelled you to read her journal? It's not like you were in a fight or anything. So like, you just decided to like invade someone's like utmost personal thoughts. Like, what, for fun? No, I think you need to work on yourself, like, for real. But I love you. And I'm sorry to have been so harsh with you, but if you miss your sister, like, it's 1000% on you.
To repair.
And I guess you feel like she's staying at your house, like you're the one who can like you're doing her this big favor. Like, how can you be in the wrong? But you are.
Yeah.
You really are.
No, and like, don't do a favor for someone if you're just going to hold it over their head and feel like you can treat them however you want. That's not how it works. You're doing it because out of the goodness of your heart.
Yeah. Our third and final Dear Toasters is the Aura Ring aforementioned submission. Hello, my swirliest, twirliest girlies. I need your help. My husband and I went to Florida 2 weeks ago for our third wedding anniversary, and during the trip, he lost his wedding band, which is devastating. We haven't gotten him a replacement yet because my ring is the only one on the insurance policy, and we just really keep hoping that it's going to show up somewhere. Last night, he comes home and he claims he has the best idea. He can get an Aura Ring as his new band, and as a bonus, he can use his HSA to pay for it. For some context, we can't afford to get a new ring. I've been so sad that he lost his ring because I really thought he'd have that ring forever. Now with an Oura ring, not only does it not seem sentimental, it'll also need to be replaced once again later down the line. Am I being too sensitive, or should I let my husband replace his beautiful original band with an Oura ring?
You're not being like too sensitive, but no, an Oura ring is not a wedding band. And also,
he could like wear it out to a bar and be like, no, I'm not married. It's just my Oura ring.
Yeah, no, it's not a wedding band.
Yeah, and if you can afford it, like, get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like this whole thing where people like skirt around wearing a ring. Like this, you know, a lot of guys who golf wear that like rubbery one. And let me tell you, when I golfed, my Oura ring was bothering the fuck out of me. Like, it's a valid complaint that they have. So they wear these like temporary like rubber band. No, bitch, put your ring on.
So you're leaving all day. You're taking your ring off. Like,
yeah, I don't care.
What are we doing here?
I just want to say it's a completely valid complaint.
No, and
that
you
they
need
have.
a reminder that you have a wife at home and your finger is going to pinch.
And if he wants an Oura ring, that's a completely separate
and
topic.
his HSA, great. He should get an Oura ring and a wedding band.
Yeah, I'm not of this culture. What do you think about people who tattoo rings on their fingers?
Sure. I don't have an opinion on
Instead
it.
of wearing a ring. They're like, because it's so permanent.
I don't have an opinion on it. It's not my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Like,
I
if
don't
that
mind
works
it.
for you and your partner, great. If Zach wanted, like, that just wouldn't happen around here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't mind it.
I don't have an opinion.
But I don't think you're being too sensitive. Like, wedding rings, like, we're all wearing them. Everyone in the marriage should wear the ring.
Like, Oura ring never even said, like, hey, get one so you don't have to wear. Like, they never said that. No one said that. It's two separate things.
Also, I don't know what type of ring he had before, but like, I actually, Ben has lost his ring. And also, you should just get used to not being super attached to the man's ring. Ben has lost his ring twice. They're so much cheaper that, like, thank God it's not me losing my ring twice. But I would try and lose a little bit of your attachment to it, because, like, the actual ring that he got on the day, like, men lose their rings all the time. Like, and I feel like at some point I'm just going to start buying fake ones, like, from, like, a $3.
But then he'll lose it even more.
Well, I'm not going to tell him.
Oh, that's good.
And
That's
he doesn't listen to the show. So, I would just like come to terms with the fact, like, probably this one that you are about to get him, he's not going to have forever either.
Yeah, but it's not a big deal. But an Oura ring's not a wedding band.
Oh, an Oura ring is not a wedding band. And don't get us wrong, Oura rings are amazing, but a wedding ring it does not make.
No.
If you need advice from two people who are seriously going to tell you the truth, like, sorry, whether you like it or not, do so at deartoasters@gmail.com. That's the email. You can write us. We'll keep all your shit anonymous. And if you have an update for us, let us know. Like, how did things go? Did you take our advice? Did you not take our advice? Do you wish you did? Do you wish you didn't? DearToasters@gmail.com, or the website is thetoastpodcast.com. Scroll down, there's a little submission box. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Toast Monday Morning Show, where we deliver the fast stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So we're watching us on YouTube. Please feel free to subscribe and give us a video, thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast and where podcasts can be found on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iRead, Castbox, all the places where visit a podcast, find us the Toast. Leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and wickedly talented we are.
Do it. Why not?
Why not?
Leave a nice review.
Why not? Give us 5 whole stars.
If you lose a moment, you might lose a lot. So
stream the toast. Stream the toast.
Love ya. Bye.